If you're a man over 50 and you're waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night to use the bathroom, I know exactly how that feels. You lie there in the dark, counting the hours until morning, wishing you could just stay asleep. And when the alarm goes off, it's like someone drained every ounce of your energy overnight. But here's the surprising truth. It's not just age. It's not just how things go. In fact, the problem might be something as simple as how and when you drink water. Every glass you drink, and when you drink it, sends a signal to your kidneys and bladder. Get it wrong, and your body stays active all night. Get it right, and you can finally sleep through the night again. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to do it. My name is Dr. Mary Wilson. I'm a urologist with over 20 years of experience helping men regain control of their nights and their energy. Over my career, I've seen more than 3,000 patients who all shared the same frustration: constant nighttime bathroom trips, exhaustion, and the feeling that their body was just getting old. But here's the truth I tell every one of them. Age isn't the enemy. Habits are. Most men don't need pills or procedures to start sleeping better. What they need is to understand how their body works and how small daily choices, especially the way they drink water, can completely reset their nights. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact hydration method I use in my clinic. It's simple, natural, and easy to follow. Once you understand it, your body will finally be able to rest the way it's meant to. Before we dive in, a quick note. This video is for educational purposes only. It's not medical advice, and every man's body is different. So if you already have prostate or bladder issues, make sure to talk with your doctor before changing your routine. And because I know how frustrating these sleepless nights can be, I've also prepared a small gift for you, a free sleep through the night hydration guide. It's a one-page checklist that shows exactly when and how to drink water to help calm your bladder and reduce nighttime trips. If you'd like me to send it to you, just type the word water in the comments and I'll reply with the link. Now, let's get started. Most men make the same 3 mistakes that keep their bladder working overtime. The first is thinking, the more water, the better. That's partly true, but timing is everything. When you drink a full glass at 9 p.m., your kidneys have no reason to stop. They'll keep filtering water all night long, filling your bladder again and again. The second mistake is the opposite: not drinking enough during the day. When you go too long without water, your urine becomes concentrated, darker, and more acidic. That irritates both the bladder and the prostate. By the time you finally drink something, often in the evening, your kidneys go into overdrive trying to balance everything at once. The third mistake is drinking ice-cold water right after meals. It might feel refreshing, but that sudden chill can cause the bladder muscles to contract, sending false signals that you need to urinate, even when you don't. These small, seemingly harmless habits add up. You spend your days dehydrated and your nights overhydrated, forcing your bladder to stay awake when the rest of your body wants to sleep. The fix isn't to drink less, it's to drink smarter. By adjusting just 3 key hydration times, you can calm your bladder, reduce pressure on your prostate, and sleep through the night again, sometimes for the first time in years. And in the next section, I'll show you exactly what's happening inside your body when you can't make it through the night, and why fixing it starts with understanding one simple hormone. To fix a problem, you first have to understand it. So let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body at night. As men age, the body produces less of a hormone called ADH, or antidiuretic hormone. This hormone's job is simple. It tells your kidneys to slow down urine production while you sleep. When ADH levels drop, the kidneys don't get the signal. They keep working through the night, filling your bladder again and again. But that's only part of the story. When you lie down, something else happens. The fluids that built up in your legs during the day start to flow back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys suddenly get a rush of extra fluid to process, which means more urine, even if you didn't drink a drop before bed. Now add one more factor: a slightly enlarged prostate pressing on the urethra. That pressure tricks your bladder into thinking it's full even when it's not. The result? Frequent urges to go, a weak stream, and restless nights. Once you understand this chain reaction, it starts to make sense why timing your hydration is so critical. The goal isn't to drink less, it's to work with your body's rhythm, not against it. And that's exactly what the ASIM method is designed to do. The first step in the ASIM method is A, adjust hydration, and it's the foundation for everything else. Most men drink water in random amounts throughout the day. Too little in the morning, too much in the evening. This forces the bladder to work hardest when it should be resting. The goal here is to front-load your hydration. Drink most of your water earlier when your kidneys are naturally more active. Aim for a total of about 1.8 to 2 liters of water per day, with 70 to 75% before 4 p.m. That means more in the first half of the day and less as evening approaches. Start your morning strong, 6:30 a.m. Drink 1 glass of warm water with a slice of lemon. It wakes up your digestive system and gently activates your kidneys. 9 a.m., another glass of plain water to stay alert and hydrated. 12 p.m., half a glass before lunch to aid digestion. 3:30 p.m., 1 final small glass. Your last significant intake before what I call the golden zone. This simple shift alone can drastically reduce nighttime urination. By giving your body enough fluid early, you stay hydrated without flooding your system at night. The second step in the ASIM method is S, soften transition, and it's all about teaching your body to slow down gradually. Most men make an abrupt change. They drink a lot during the day, then suddenly stop. But your bladder and kidneys don't adjust instantly. They need a cooling down period. Between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m., begin tapering your water intake slowly. Instead of full glasses, drink just half glasses spaced out over time. This gives your kidneys the signal to ease into rest mode before you go to bed. Think of it like dimming the lights before sleep. You're telling your body it's time to wind down. The same principle applies to hydration. If you feel thirsty during this window, small sips are fine. What you want to avoid is that last big glass before dinner, which almost guarantees a full bladder later in the night. By softening your transition, you train your body to stay hydrated during the day and relaxed at night. Over time, this simple rhythm becomes automatic. The third step, S, stop in time, is what I call the sacred zone. The 2-hour window before bed when you give your body permission to rest. If you usually go to bed at 10 p.m., your last meaningful sip of water should be no later than 8 p.m. That gives your bladder enough time to process what you've already consumed so it can stay quiet while you sleep. This doesn't mean you have to dehydrate yourself. If you feel thirsty later, take just a tiny sip or rinse your mouth. The goal is to avoid triggering the full bladder response. Many men notice a big difference within just a few nights. By stopping water intake in this sacred zone, you're breaking the cycle of overactive kidneys and constant nighttime urination. It's one of the simplest yet most powerful parts of the ASIM method because it teaches your body when to switch from daytime processing to nighttime recovery. The fourth step, I, integrate electrolytes, focuses on keeping your body hydrated efficiently so you don't feel the need to overdrink later in the day. When most people think of hydration, they only think of water. But your cells also need minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium to actually absorb that water. Without them, much of what you drink simply passes through your system, leaving you thirsty again. The fix is simple. Start your morning with electrolyte-enhanced water. Add a pinch of sea salt and a few drops of lemon juice to your first glass. This small change helps your body absorb and retain fluids better, keeping you hydrated throughout the day without needing to load up before bedtime. If you prefer, you can also include a natural electrolyte drink once during the afternoon. Just make sure it's low in sugar. By integrating electrolytes, you'll find that your thirst decreases at night, your energy stays more stable during the day, and your bladder doesn't feel overworked. It's hydration that actually works smarter, not harder. The final step, M, manage dinner, is about protecting your bladder and prostate during the hours when your body is winding down. What you eat and drink in the evening directly affects how well you sleep. Start by keeping dinner light and balanced. Choose lean proteins like chicken or fish, paired with steamed vegetables or a small portion of whole grains. Avoid heavy, greasy, or salty foods. They make you thirsty later, which tempts you to drink water close to bedtime. Next, stay away from soups, broths, and watery fruits such as watermelon or cucumber after 7 p.m. They sound healthy, but they add unnecessary fluid right before your sacred zone. Equally important, skip alcohol, coffee, and tea in the evening. All of them act as mild diuretics, forcing your kidneys to produce more urine and making your bladder work overtime. Think of dinner as your reset meal, not just to satisfy hunger, but to set your body up for rest. When you combine a light, dry meal with the previous ASIM steps, you're giving your bladder and prostate the calm they need to stay quiet through the night. This step completes the ASIM method, a system that helps your body stay hydrated, balanced, and finally able to rest naturally. To show you how the ASIM method works in real life, let me introduce you to Robert, a 68-year-old retired teacher. When I first met him, he was waking up 4 times a night, exhausted, frustrated, and convinced that poor sleep was just part of getting older. 2 weeks later, everything changed. Here's what Robert's day looked like after he started following the ASIM method. 6 a.m., 1 glass of warm water with sea salt and lemon to activate digestion and hydrate efficiently. 9:30 a.m., 1 full glass of plain water to maintain energy and focus. 12 p.m., half a glass of water before lunch to support digestion without bloating. 3:30 p.m., a small half glass, the final meaningful drink of the day. 5:30 p.m., light dinner, grilled salmon, vegetables, and brown rice. 7:30 p.m., stops all fluids. 9:30 p.m., rinses his mouth, practices slow breathing, and sleeps by 10. The results? Within 14 days, Robert went from waking up 4 times a night to sleeping 6 hours straight, his first full rest in years. His energy improved, his mood lifted, and even his daytime focus returned. That's the power of working with your body instead of against it. The ASIM method works even better when you combine it with a few simple supporting habits. These techniques help your body adapt faster, improve bladder control, and reduce nighttime pressure on your prostate. 1. Double voiding. Before bed, try urinating twice. Empty your bladder once, wait 1 minute, then go again. The second attempt often clears out what's left behind, something most men don't realize they're holding. This simple trick can reduce those frustrating false alarms in the middle of the night. Second leg elevation. 1 or 2 hours before bedtime, raise your legs about 8 to 12 inches on a stool, recliner, or even with a few pillows. This allows fluid that built up in your legs during the day to drain back into circulation while you're still awake, instead of flooding your bladder after you lie down. Third, salt control. Keep your sodium intake under 5 grams per day. Excess salt forces the body to retain water, increasing the volume your kidneys must process at night. 4. Mindful breathing. Just before bed, practice slow, steady breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4. This calms the nervous system, relaxes the pelvic floor, and helps your bladder settle. Each of these habits supports the ASIM method by reducing pressure, calming the bladder, and promoting deeper rest. You'll feel the difference not only at night, but in your energy and focus the next morning. While the ASIM method is simple, a few common mistakes can undo your progress, even if you follow every other step correctly. 1. Avoid large amounts of fruit juice or herbal tea at night. They might seem harmless, but both are high in natural sugars and compounds that act as mild diuretics. That means more urine production, not less. Second, skip vitamin waters or electrolyte drinks before bed. Many of these contain caffeine or added sodium, which keeps your kidneys active when they should be resting. Third, never take diuretic medications after 6 p.m. unless prescribed by your doctor. These water pills are designed to flush fluid, exactly what you don't want happening overnight. Even small slips in these areas can restart the cycle of nighttime urgency. Protect your progress by keeping your evenings clean, calm, and consistent. When you avoid these pitfalls, your bladder stays relaxed, your prostate stays less irritated, and your sleep stays uninterrupted, night after night. Let me tell you about Mark, one of my long-term patients. He's 72, a retired mechanic, and for years he told me the same thing every visit. Doc, I've just learned to live with waking up 3 or 4 times a night. It's normal for my age, but nothing about that should be normal. So I introduced him to the ASIM method. At first, he doubted that changing when he drank water could make any difference. Still, he promised to give it 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, I got a call. His voice was full of energy. He said, "For the first time in 10 years, I slept 7 hours straight. No pills, no procedures, just this method. That's the power of understanding your body instead of fighting it. If Mark can do it, you can too. Start tonight. If this video helped you, please like it to support the channel. Subscribe for weekly health tips designed for men over 50. And don't forget, if you want my free Sleep Through the Night hydration guide, just type the word water in the comments, and I'll send you the download link right away. It includes the full ASIM method, the exact hydration times, and the evening routine that helps hundreds of my patients sleep through the night naturally. Finally, I'd love to hear from you. How many times did you wake up last night, and which step of the ASIM method are you going to start tonight? Share it below. I read every single comment, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Because in the next video, we'll talk about 7 subtle warning signs your prostate is trying to tell you something. You don't want to miss that one.